Okay, YouTube, I found a lot of videos on how to chain up over the road, but I haven't seen very many videos about how to chain up in the oil field. So I'm going to show you some quick stuff on how to chain up mud chains on a water truck or hot oiler or other types of vehicles that drive in the oil field. These are just some quick tips. I'm going to make it a short video just because I'm at work and I can't take a lot of time. I have a lot of stuff to do today. But first off, a little safety tip. Always make sure that you're on a flat road that's either pavement just before you get into the deep snow or it's been plowed. Always make sure you got plenty of visibility on both sides of the vehicle, and that way people can not only see you, but you can see them. As you can see, my flashers are on. And just a few minutes before I started this video, I had a crew to haul ass by me doing probably 35-40 mile an hour chained up. The chains do not give you stopping power, they give you traction so that you can keep moving. So be safe. Always take care of your chains under the trailer if you possibly can, or on the passenger side. Inspect your chains, make sure they're in good working condition. And now to the chain up process. I already did one chain so that I could keep this short. So what I did was I laid my chain out, made sure it was good to go, put it in the proper orientation so when I threw it on my tire, I could flip it over the rear dual, and my claws, these things, are pointed out so they don't dig into my tire. I like to pull forward. Some people can pull backwards. It doesn't matter which way you go. If you're on a hill, it probably does matter, but try not to chain up on a hill because you're obviously slipping your tires, which is why you're chaining up. And if your tires are slipping, your truck can slide backwards while you're chaining up. So I like to put the hooks on top, so when I roll forward, all I have to do is pick up my tails and hook them. You do your center tail first, chain it as tight as you can to your hook. You want to pull it nice and tight and get it as tight as you can. You flip your hook over like that, and that way you get just the length and the tail hangs free and it doesn't get hung up on the hook while you're driving. Then you do your inside. Get your inside tight, but use as few links as possible. I try to leave just one link hanging if I have to. So I'll either get the first link or I'll hook the second link. I'll flop my chain over like that and hook it. And then when I come around to the outside, I make sure all my cross links are straight. None of them are slanted too much to one side or the other. This chain, you can see I haven't adjusted yet, but when I go to the other side, you can see where it all comes together. And then you want to hook this chain, this hook, as tight as possible, and that means adjusting and readjusting the chain a couple of times on the outside links. It happens. Make sure it's tight, and then you can bungee everything and get your tail out of the way. The reason why you do it that way is so you can protect your suspension parts, like the shocks. Our other truck, the driver didn't know how to chain up and left a huge tail on the inside, and he tore up all the shocks and was dinging up the airbag pretty bad. So this is what the complete gun chain looks like. As you can see here, I have only one link hanging out. On the inside, I have several links hanging out, but they're hanging down. And on the outside, again, I tuck my tail underneath, but you can see I have several links on the outside, and my chain is tight. You cannot move it. I will not have to stop and readjust my chain later unless I drive on it for very long and they stretch a little bit. Then all I have to do is loosen this chain up right there, and then tightening up another link, and then I can get back on the road. Again, with my bungees, my hooks are pointed out so they don't dig into the tire. I don't have any sideways cross links. You can see all my cross links are straight. The reason why they're straight is because when you're trying to pull your chain tight, they'll get hung up in the tread, and then you can't get your chain pulled tight while you're hooking it up. All right, well, I'm pretty sure you heard that truck that was passing by me here doing 50 miles an hour. Again, be safe. Try to walk to the front of your vehicle and look around before you go around to the side, to the inside of the lane there while doing your chain. Again, make sure your road is deserted and there's plenty of visibility. Put on your flashers. Be safe. Don't let other drivers run you over, and try not to chain up on a hill. Everybody wants to go home. Have a happy new year.